celebrate who you are and enjoy the whole thing, because actually, you know, what we don't realise is if we could have our skin back that it was like in our teens, we'd rush back to it, wouldn't we?
With social media influencing beauty trends and routines, it's crucial to strike a balance between skincare education and enjoyment for teens. Let's dive into the essentials of teen skincare and how to have meaningful conversations about it with the teens in your life. I'm Jo Hoare and you're watching The Skin Clinic with Boots. It's a super hot topic right now, teen skincare. It's just kind of exploded over the past year or so. Kids who maybe wouldn't have washed their face 5 years ago are now putting on, you know, more creams than a Hollywood A-lister. So I've got two Boots specialists here who are seeing this day in, day out. Parents coming in, not knowing what to do, kids coming in wanting to try all the latest things. So I've got Kim. Kim, what do you do for Boots and what's been your experience so far of this?
So I work as a number 7 advisor, and although we don't have a specific teen range, we can advise on teen skin, but I'm a mum of 2 daughters who have
Been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that, worn the t-shirt. So yeah, I can talk from personal experience.
And Alison, what about you? Are you seeing lots more teens come in?
I am. So I'm a beauty specialist in our Chelmsford store, which means I work across many brands. And I've noticed in the last 18 months, 2 years, a massive uptake in younger children, and we're talking sort of 6-year-olds upwards.
6?
Yeah, so even though this is predominantly about teenagers, there's been a lot of much younger children who have kind of been enticed by some products online, which are great products, but clearly not designed for a younger skin.
A 6-year-old's face.
Yeah, and actually it's a little bit about re-education.
We would like to speak to the parents a little bit more,
Yeah.
and help them understand the good, the bad and the ugly of skincare and what their children's skin, because I'm sure if we explain to them that this could damage their child's skin long term.
Yeah.
And I think it's also not just about scaremongering either, is it? Because it's very easy to be terrified and think, oh my God, you know, what's my 6? I mean, 6 does feel very extreme.
And that's not that unusual. It's been quite and often it's because they've got an older sibling and the older sibling's using it. It's really nice to be able to talk to both the children and their parents, because that's literally what we're there for. If anyone isn't sure about what their children want to use on their skin, come and have a chat with us, because there's so many nice products out there that if they're really keen to start their skincare journey, we can start them off very gently with very pure natural ingredients, because a young skin doesn't need much. A young skin is still forming, it's still developing.
We can understand where it starts, that they have social media, they see TikTok, they see Instagram.
Is that what a lot of the parents coming in are saying? They think it's fueled by?
The child goes to their parents, I've seen this, I want this. They're going out for a nice day out shopping, that they want to treat their child to something.
It's a trend as well, isn't it? And maybe when we were younger, it was, you know, Tracy Island. But now the trend is for skincare, and trends do come and go. And I suppose what you guys are here to do is to make sure that this is a trend that isn't going to impact them in a negative way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Because it can be so detrimental. What I think a lot of people don't actually understand is if you're using strong acids and ingredients on a young skin, even teen, it can be so damaging, and it won't be something you necessarily will see today or tomorrow, but as your skin is maturing, you will have damage, and long-term damage. And also you do get the topical damage where something is put on a skin and it will automatically burn it, or actually give it a rash, or, you know, exactly the opposite to what most people are trying to achieve. They want to be making their skin look the best it can, and actually they're making it look the worst it can look, which is such a shame.
So you're both mums as well. What kind of conversations did you have with your own children around when they were starting a skin regime?
So my daughters, when they first started experimenting with cosmetics, I really didn't have a problem with that. I tried to explain to them was to make sure that you cleansed it off properly, because otherwise you leave cosmetics on your skin, we know you're going to end up with blemishes. The one thing could impact how your child feels when they go to school if they come out in unnecessary blemishes. I wanted cleansing their skin to become part of their routine, like cleaning their teeth. So when it's in throughout my lifetime, yes, I clean my teeth before I go to bed. Yes, I cleanse my face before I go to bed. There have been the odd occasions where I may have come in.
Just a very few,
where I've not been in the state possibly to take my makeup off.
Too late at night.
And I have gone to bed. However, the next morning, I've woken up and I thought, didn't clean my teeth last night, didn't cleanse my face. I feel regretful for doing that. I wanted them to realise that cleansing, moisturising and sunscreen were the 3 important things during their teen years. They didn't need anything more than that.
Actually, it's great that teens have an interest in skincare of a sort, and also parents shouldn't be just shutting down these conversations or feeling frightened that their teenager is expressing an interest in skincare, but they should help guide them to, yes, this is what you need, rather than this shelf of 75 different acids.
For the teens, it's about coming into the beauty hall and being part of that excitement of shopping the beauty hall. You know, we still love going out and walking around the beauty hall and seeing what's new, but it's about making educated choices of what you purchase and making the purchases for what's right for your skin at that stage of your life.
For any skin type, but specifically a younger skin, look at what your ingredients are. If there's strong acids in there, it's not necessary, you know, just go for gentle. And exactly right, just cleanse your skin really well, a nice lightweight moisturiser and sunscreen. That's all you need, like literally is all you need.
So I think another pressure on parents as well is lots of these things are really expensive. You know, I mean, and that is a secondary, of course, to the damage that they could be doing to skin. But even things like very expensive moisturisers that are coming in around the £50 mark, it's going to be really difficult for a parent to try and keep up with that.
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of those ingredients are in those £50 moisturisers. For us 3, it'd be amazing. We'd absolutely love them all. They're peptides, there's ceramides, there's some retinols, there's some acids. For a mature skin, fantastic. But for a younger skin, even it's just not practical, and it's just dangerous. But
also, the parent may feel a certain amount of pressure that this is the brand that their child wants. They really wanted. You do feel bad saying no. However,
it's like having the right trainers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly that.
But however, if they then realise, if they think, oh, I'll spend the £50 because they don't realise it's going to do damage, then they spend it. But if we can explain that actually you're spending a lot of money and you're actually damaging your child's skin, then they may think twice and then find something more appropriate. We're not asking people to stop treating their kids or to including them in the beauty hall. We're just asking them to think about.
So there are some really great brands out there which are aimed at a teenage skin. So just come into your local Boots store and come and chat to one of us.
I'm going to point them in the right direction.
We will always find you the right product.
And we've spoken about retinol, absolutely not for a young skin. Are there any other actives or ingredients for young skins that are just a straight out avoid?
To be honest, I think it's much easier to say the ingredients are suitable for a skin rather than which aren't, because there's so many that aren't. A few that I'd say, okay, hyaluronic acid, not really necessary, but it won't do any harm because it's about plumping and hydration. Well, most young skin actually has got that going on already. Niacinamide is an amazing serum. It protects the skin barrier. Those are both ones that actually, if I have a younger person in, I'm comfortable being able to talk to them about. Other than that, there's so many out there which I'd really want to know a bit more about why that they want to use it. Because a lot of the time when you say to that customer, okay, tell me what you know about this. Why would you like to use this on your skin? They will literally say, well, I saw it online, and that is literally.
I would say that apart from hyaluronic acid, anything that had acid in the title, they don't need. They need nourishing ingredients. So like shea butter, cocoa butter, things like that are going to nourish their skin.
One good thing that's come out of this is much more awareness in that age group of sunscreen.
I find it absolutely so encouraging that when I talk to my customers, actually people of our age, when you say, okay, tell me about the sunscreen you use, they'll be like, well, I don't go out in the sunshine. And it's like, oh, and we have that conversation. But when we have a younger generation and we have the same conversation, they go, I love this sunscreen, I love this sunscreen. And it's so great because sunscreen is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're 6 or 106, sunscreen's always going to be the thing that protects your skin and keeps it like healthy and nourished and just keeps the bad stuff away.
And will keep your skin looking younger for longer.
Yeah.
So a basic skincare regime for teen, good cleanser, Light moisturiser, sunscreen, and that's all they're going to need until they start getting a little bit older. And I suppose another thing is also to instill, and whether it be our children, our nieces and nephews, or, young people around us, that your face isn't the only thing about you as well, and that it's great to look after your skin, and we're lucky if we have happy, healthy skin, but skin is not everything.
No, celebrate who you are and enjoy the whole thing, because actually, what we don't realise is if we could have our skin back that it was like in our teens, we'd rush back to it, wouldn't we? We all age, and actually it would be amazing.
And actually, it's also really normal to get the odd breakout.
Yeah.
It's a normal part of life and your skin. So we need, I believe, to have a little bit of acceptance of that.
And I think that's a really key thing as well. And I know lots of people I know who've got teen or younger kids. They think they're too old for TikTok, but actually I think it's quite important to have an eye on what the young people in your life are watching. So going on TikTok and seeing what the trends are and why they might be, and also to see what they're consuming. So are they just consuming endless perfect faces, or they've got a nice little bit of reality in there?
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's a really good point, actually, because there's some amazing things on TikTok. We can learn so many great tips and tricks. It's just making sure you're looking at it from your perspective and not the person who's using it. Think to yourself, would that work for me? Or should I wait 5 years and then try it then?
Teen skincare is about more than just following trends. It's about fostering healthy habits and empowering teens to care for their skin in a way that's both effective and enjoyable. By providing education, guidance and open communication, we can help teens navigate the complexities of skincare with confidence.
If you have any questions, leave them below and we'll answer them. Don't forget to subscribe for more advice from Boots.